promoted the democratic tendencies. Thank you very much. Good morning. The 4th December 2021 presidential election took place in a competitive and vibrant campaign environment. All candidates met with voters throughout the country to send their messages. It promoted the democratic tendencies within Gambian society and a growing transitional perspective. This tendency, however, was disconnected from the structural problems and lack of fundamental reform. The money-driven campaigns and the advantage of the incumbent also led to an uneven playing field between contestants. Polling and counting were well administered during a peaceful election day. The extensive participation of citizen observers, including fact-checking initiatives, helped voters navigate the process and contributed to its transparency. The legal framework provides a minimal basis for conducting democratic elections. Also, there are critical gaps that require significant reform. As no comprehensive constitutional or electoral reform has taken place, previous EU election observation mission recommendations in key areas, including restrictions on the right to vote and stand, challenges to candidate nomination, and campaign finance rules remain unaddressed. The IEC has been held in high value by stakeholders since the 2016 presidential election. This public standing was getting less after court findings that the IEC had acted unlawfully. The duties of the IEC are very broad, but the capacity of the institution is modest. There have also been concerns raised by various interlocutors about a lack of transparency on aspects of their work, with minimal information put into the public domain. The IEC announced that just 6 nominations had been accepted. The other 15 had been rejected. There had been a brief period of public review during which objections could be made by voters. Interested parties, however, were granted access for just 5 minutes. This exercise was not meaningful, as voters did not have a real opportunity to scrutinize the documentation and gather the information required to make grounded objections. Throughout the campaign, freedoms were largely respected, and campaigning was issue-based, also highly personalized. Social media was employed widely. Throughout the country, campaigns met with voters extensively at large rallies in towns, down to small meetings at the village level. Women took an active part, although they were rarely in leadership positions. Lack of campaign finance regulation added to an unlevel playing field. This was shown by widespread distribution of goods and gifts, giving the incumbent an undue advantage. Despite journalists and citizens being able to voice their opinions, the media legal framework severely restricts freedom of expression. In practice, the allocation of TV licenses to big business undermined media freedom and pluralism. The media rules on campaign coverage provide for free airtime and the right to purchase airtime, but unduly restrict candidates' right to free speech. Facebook, with some 500,000 users, was the prime online discussion forum on elections. WhatsApp was instrumental in mobilizing the electorate while also accelerating the spread of false news that gave a wrong picture of the campaign environment. The Gambia's top 10 news infotainment pages on Facebook upheld a strong and pluralistic debate. However, disinformation confused voters, while tribal rhetoric shrank this space for a fact-based debate. National fact-checking gave more transparency and made electoral integrity stronger. Women have been active, also their role in the presidential race has been limited. One woman tried to be nominated but was rejected. Further positive action is needed to promote political participation for dismissed groups. Election day was calm and voter turnout high, with long queues throughout the day. The overall performance of polling staff was assessed as good. Also, limited difficulties were observed. Some undermined the secrecy of the vote. Counting procedures were not always followed, and results forms were not always publicly posted or provided to candidate agents. Final results were announced with progress by constituency, which promoted transparency. Thank you very much.
Greetings. Greetings, Gambians. European Union, this is the statement given to the worldwide Dunia Bekono from the European Union. European Union used diplomatic language deliberately to reject the 4 December presidential elections. This shows that the elections in the Gambia is not transparent. The European Union blasts the media household in the Gambia for sideline with the government. And in fact, they call them as pro-government propaganda machines. This reminds me of my program I did in July, in April, shortly during the registration and after the voter registration. If Model Foyer remember, I was watching my video I played during this time, which I clearly made it that the IEC installed a new software by retrieving the 300,000 votes Janneh was questioning. Gambia never listened to me. Now, let's go back to the stories. Macky Sall trained few of the Gambians Independent Electoral Commission staff, the IT students. In IEC IT department, there are few people did training in Senegal. This revelation You either take it or not. This is authentic. I should have known this one earlier on, but ninyi mistake man kenyin dol fanatina lola. There are few employees from IEC. Nale ajibe Gambia election on to start lale. I think the UDP government should definitely listen to our revelation from December when IEC decided to cancel the registration, while some of their staffs in Senegal are not ready with their IT training. This is a software engineering. Mealongo Market Salala introduced in West Africa. Listen to my revelation. Listen to my analysis. As I am sick, another Samuel and Father, the people will remember this. Yes. This software introduced by Makesala. I've been talking to the Gambian people. They can never listen to me. But I hope you will understand some of the key points that is always my concern. Makesala ni software ni introduce. Ye mole training me ko Gambia dingol lemu IT expert le lemuti ye samba ye software engineering ye trainer la how to rig the election in favor of incumbents. If this thing continues in the Gambia, Adama Barrow will stay another 30 years, far more than Yahya Jammeh. If left unchallenged, I have to revise my statement. I withdraw my first statement about UDP. I want UDP to follow this to the last minute. I want the entire Gambians and opposition leader, including Mama Kande, to follow this up to the last minute. There is a solution to every dubious act. This software is installed in the IEC database and another computer or another office, a mini IEC office installed in State House. The same IT department installed in State House some of the IT staff one of them is Mr. Ba from IT department. In collaboration, okay. This registration of Gambia IEC. Alaji Mamurunjai has zero idea about it. Gambians, I swear to the Holy Quran, Nsenkali Quranola, Alaji Mamurunjai has zero ideas about these elections. Yamunege, before doing this, after all these trainings, Gambians, listen carefully. Listen carefully. This revelation, there's nothing joke in this. There's no joke in this. After this training, because whatever training can IEC mampare, very preda trainer silang, iko IEC go ahead. Bari yake nyadi. The first of all, Adama Barrow na team o operator nyadi. Itara Gambia Bureau of Statistics le. The government is G-Boss. Institutional men ka Gambia la populational bay read. Ayalong ko mo jele mu Gambia dingolti. From 0 to 18 and from 18 to 100. Ikafuje officer ni ikafuje G-Boss. Nyin G-Boss nyin Gambia bela data be wala kono, including the foreigners. When they get into the G-Boss, ye Gambia data information also. In long how many foreigners believe free or banko nyinka? They come up with that ideas. Ye IEC approach. Iko IEC eko nita 1 million vote lela, including the foreigners in the Gambia. From 0 to 18. and mo jelle be 18 years till December. When they know that statistics, they have this idea in IEC nada. IEC ko 1 million. Alay Mamunjay ko 1 million is too much based on Gambia statistics. So that was a pushing and pulling. Another government doesn't want to support the IEC operating financially. So pushing and pulling, IEC nada tandila ko okay. This IEC members will many okay, but Adama Barola dido nyinkama. Wala na IEC la kiamano nyin convince katandala ko. Okay, but at least Gambia no nyin menyanta register lebi there is nothing less than 900,000. But the actual Gambians me alonko are registered at Gambia konole ranging from 500 to 600,000. I'm at 600,000 of OC. Then they begin with their registrations. Yela information will be installed. IEC natanala registration time on post date. Ya nyorindi. Till April. What time on yin konole? Itoliela masingol tanga yin fona program ol konole. Gambian will never listen to me. They have their own machines. Menka ID card produce. Jumala munyindi. Ubanku dingome yalonko. Ilaftaka Gambia la ID card la processing indiala. Wallahi billahi la ngay fana programme ko back in those days December January kara February kan wallahi nayin platform of nga fa janne they have their own machines me alanko they produce the same ID card a voters card like Gambia Independent Electoral Commission commended ni to ya register ika enter o database ni kono o fana be appeal le IEC la data ninkono. But it only prepare for parita. They targeted 1 million people. Biria prepare. Ika IEC la registration no time ole batu. Ning IEC be registration okela. Nyindol ba enter kan data ninkono. Ani molmen be State House. Wani IEC la IEC headquarters molmen bije. Wale kanyin data is data sole enter nyola. Nina na ajibe ye mistake osoro damento. IEC could double case on about the registrations. Because what time on him bacon after the conclusion, the number of people men registered is more than 1 million. It's more than 1 million. So IEC nada na foko duplication on registration dollar in adana dolel delete ye number in delete ye number in dropped till 962,157 or 177. This is how they reach these elections. Problem on arena kedamento. Whereby Nala jibe lumena election on yimbe kondila by 2 o'clock in the night. Let's say from 12 o'clock, nkomanta any update ninkela. This was our findings. And then after 2 or 3, the election was reached. Many people don't understand. But this is the reality. So bring your information on your delete from the registering system. In Adana Moneke, they talk about the electoral regions. The number if you to infiltrate no la nyadi the sang, nying election obe keno la nyadi the silang. The number nying, how can they get these informations? These both teams, the team in State House and the team in IEC headquarters, they have to work together during this election time. And this is how they did. But so, sir, electoral constituencies, election on Incredamento, regional Menialon Kubiria Dama Keti Parita Tumamena. It was 40. Gambia Bay Konomenketaje, it was 40. It was 40. I'm telling you this. But it only had in another 13 polling station or 13 femcoletaya insert in the whole of this process, which is IEC la system on kono, IEC la system on kono obeoleto, and then nyindula nyindo ye nying 300 and something femcol minuta ya be divide into this 13 region kono. Yes, in this 13 regional kono, each polling station, they try to put their own statistics. They're trying to divide, distribute to the all of these 13 districts. Very pareta the election results after the voting. This other part, party militant from along what is existing. They don't even know these polling stations are even existed. UDP la candidate obijere selected by themselves. Ila agent all these political party men contester ibela agent bijin ladola. Ibe sirila bungol kono. They created forms and election okita nyimbela and contest be confirm ko omo APRC la agent leti GMC la GDC la agent leti nyindomo UDP la agent leti. This is how they infiltrate this electoral system. But nima alone you train for consecutive 3 to 4 months. January, February, March, April. 3 to 4 months training from December, January, February, March to April. They train them how to operate this system. A system only one few Gambia UDP agents sold many alonko. They are very smart enough to detect their strategists. What happened to one intelligent boy? Oketa mendole. I'm around nyani mafano. Election on yinketa tumamenna. Results on yimbe announced kondita damende be a confirm. Inela kaito lekana. Itole menkela fansumbu kono la private house kono ka keje konyi number card ne sota nyim police station karen. Inu results ol kanale. Me alanko whenever is never existed. This is the strategy, folks. Inu results ol kanale. Control beka kedamento. Iko figo letaya insert adama barola kuol nyinkono. Agent ol nyinkono. Adama barola pulling agent. They will have a direct contact with that guy. Wolbe tala. Ibe for moment like kuntundila UDP la DPT linyati leona. Ka tanila ko. This was signed by NPP during the collection. Iko formo yimbondi jele. Itolela personal figo formo yinsamane yo sign. Iko only UDP la entire lanyo kang. But it need to make check. Ni UDP winter damento bake. Ikamoneke. Itola figure ni ka talale. Ibuko continent kote. Ibuko samana kote. Ika drop le. So UDP la winter damento bake. Ani MPP emensoro. Ibe MPP tale di la UDP la. Ye UDP yin tata yodi MPP la. But it agent onima observant. You cannot understand because UDP la one of the agent la observe. Birina gatuma mena UDP over 2,000 plus sotoje vote. NPP 1,000 and something, 1,800 and something. But this intelligent boy may alako UDP la agent ola where detect le. Birina ratuma mena wrong. Ye paper nyin jansui bulo kono tenen wrong. Komen ka falling. Ako eko no, hey, wait. No, UDP nyine soto jam. And this is NPP. But biri wo kwenye follow tuma mena rek. Ye kwenye be yon fandai wale nyama. Ye odla tu wale nyama. Ye mo odla to ching. Ye any suspicious mind soto dawo de buko odla to ma. Ika oto jere. So UDP ka bino odla leto. But agent will minima detect no juna. Ikauleli use ye on figure nati ya change immediately. Wala ni suspected domani to mamena UDP mensa road ladron. Ikaule ton yake anama barotari ye figure nyintu ye. So very results nyimbe announce la. That's where the IT department in State House and in the IT department in IEC. Ye problem also road ladro. Ye contradiction of start world. Because some of the figure nyi bo delete lale. Ika calculate le ya delete. Ye biggest imagine on so me auto reduce nang near UDP ta falindamento yota ya umaino si ake domandindi. Yota ya put system on kono nyala put it as a talino. So nyala di long break men so there was a big figo nying me alonko karte membe fightanu report all men kananu atata for 754. But the remaining remaining vote meant to tanunje ila data nyinkono watata 236,000. Ni ulbe la nyoko watata kanya 190,000. So ila olom break time on nyinkono ya try ka ufigo nyine bid down mojele nyin soto adama baro nyanda jele soto la indlato yoleta ya bid down kakiko ikana exactly amount of vote nyin soto me register ta kaje ko wole vote ta Gambia kono. Gambia di umen fon register is less than 600,000. So, Nyenamo strategy the UDP, this is what they fail to understand. This system, it is installed, it's a software. Mobija Mealonko is a Ghanaian. The Ghanaian Obijeno Mealonko, he wanted to hack the entire system before the elections. But the UDP, one of the representatives, was the one in communicating with this personal guy. I don't need to mention the name here. Listen, I spoke to one of them, United Democratic Party militants, back in this time. Because you know what? Do you know this is exactly what is happening? Because you know, that was back in before the live video. Because you know at a kenola. Because in the sun. But you either take it and don't be overconfident. This is exactly what is happening. Mark my word. Then not an ajumala contact. You know what UDP need to do in order to tackle these people? You need to have a radical ideas. UDP nyanatala jibosle. So right now, Santeng, United Democratic Party, Altaji, Janibe jibos infiltrate la. Canada fana increase to that amount. Alta Gambia statistics of Gambia Bureau of Statistics. Albalona each region, more jelebeje from 0 to 18 and from 18 to this time. Nani will be calculate no. Alias Samana. Compared to this region, these voters, the number of votes may not be registered. Alba for any kotonya maka nyuli for Gambia dingole jane mukalala. Billahi wallahi tallahi. If Gambia United Democratic Party, if GDC, they went to G-Boss the director, they are citizens of the Gambia and they are political party. They have every right to get access to Gambia data. Gambia information is quite important. Nindun G-Boss, ye data la soto me ala kele data kake online. Ala for United Democratic Party la militant oleko or United Democratic Party. And in GMC, GDC, ye access to that data nyendo. Ya jininang, ya jibe Gambia dinjele from 0 to 18 and from 18 to 100 years. Gambia dinjele eligible to vote these elections. And let them make a comparison between the numbers that within this year, system moment Gambia election on infiltrate, they will come to the conclusion. Wallahi alina inkumuni mark. This is how they rob these elections. Thank God European unions are watching. They analyze in a broader way. They use a diplomatic language to debunk IEC, the deliberate acts. The information of flow nyame, voter nyenkarid nyame, and in the actual, you know fanana na film into the correct. Nunto election akarid nyadile. Every polling station ning